Hello, 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 and welcome to the latest installment of And Sarah Appeared. My name is Sarah, and I'm appearing before you today because I woke up in pure elation. And the reason being is not because of anything out external from me, but mainly because with my entire ordeal and experience, the greatest thing that I've gotten out of this is the freedom of authenticity, and I am very happy. There are moments where you are not going to have it all together. There are moments where you're not going to look pieced together. There are moments where you are going to be human. Not everything is going to be polished. Now, with that being said, there is a time and a place for everything. I'm not one of those people where it's like, oh, this is who I am and it is what it is at all times. Different, and some people may say, oh, that's fake and that's phony. No, I'm just comfortable with being mutable. I change with the settings because, to be honest with you, there's different aspects of who I am. I'm not just all, I'm not always funny. I'm not always sad. I'm not always melancholy. My words. I'm not always forthcoming and bold, and I'm not always those things. Sometimes I'm shy. Sometimes I'm reserved. Sometimes I'm just quiet. And it doesn't mean I have an attitude. It doesn't mean anything's wrong. My spirit is just quiet at times. And I think it's important to allow yourself to really be in every aspect of who you are. Because if not, then that's when you truly become robotic. That's when you truly become mechanical. Sometimes I'm a creature of habit, and other times I'm completely spontaneous. But in everything that I've been doing, I've been me, authentic. And there were times where I was malfunctioning and was not able to be authentic. And that was truly because I was holding back the oppression that I was going through behind closed doors. When you're going through things that are really tough, especially with external factors outside of yourself that you cannot control, it can make you feel claustrophobic within your own body. And every environment that you go into, you will immediately ooze discomfort because there is a level of pain that you're going through that you're not able to speak on. You're not able to discuss. You're not able to fully be yourself and say, hey, I don't like this happening. I don't know why this is happening. I'm not sure what's going on with this. And so I had to get to a level in my journey to where I could say, you know what? I'm not going to be pushed over. I'm not going to be bulldozered. I'm not going to be silenced to the point where everything that I do is from this place of pain. It's like I'm not going to be silenced to the point where everything that I do is from this place of pain. If you are causing pain and infliction and onto me or onto anybody else, it's like there's only so many smoke signals a person can put out to say, hey, this does not suit me. Hey, this is not right. Hey, I need you to stop. Please leave me be. Allow me to be myself and grow and do things organically. Please. Why is there all of this interference and all of these things that are happening? And there comes a point where you have to say, I'm going to live in my freedom. I'm going to be in my truth. And living in my freedom and being in my truth, that means not allowing other people to dictate a false narrative about myself and taking control of my own emotions, my own thoughts, my own notions. This has nothing to do. This has absolutely nothing to do with my personal growth and who I am on the inside. Whatever you're talking about, whatever you're trying to project out there, whatever image you're trying to paint, it has nothing to do with my internal journey. So therefore, I will release this in the way I know how, which is with my words. And when you're able to do that, there is a level of freedom and there is a level of bountifulness that you get within your soul. See, a lot of people are afraid to say anything or speak up because of intimidation factors. But when you're constantly being bombarded with just things that are just out of control, when you're constantly, God will make a way. He will raise a standard. Remember him? A lot of people like to try to play God in other people's lives. And when I say that, I'm not talking against submission, because submission is a godly thing. It is a good thing to be able to know that you have a superior, you have someone over you, and that you know your role, you know your lane, you play your role, you stay in your lane, and you're able to submit accordingly. There is power in your personal submission. But what happens when when there is somebody who assigns themselves to you, or somebody who is assigned to you spiritually for whatever reason, good or bad, and they're assigned to you, and they abuse the authority that they have being assigned to you? At that point, your case has to be taken to the Most High, because there has to be checks and balances. Now, remember, you're still a vessel, meaning the Most High may have to only use you until He's able to find someone whose heart is open enough, whose mind is open enough to justice, to be able to come in and relinquish you of these duties of always being in some sort of battle. But it's not the battle. It's not you fighting. It's how you fight. And sometimes fighting means playing possum. Sometimes fighting means retreat. Sometimes fighting means recalibrate and re-strategize what is happening, what is going on. It just depends. In whatever way you fight, you have to make sure that God is the one that's giving you the okay, the orders, the blueprint on how to strike. With that being said, my fight hasn't been easy. No one's fight is easy. There is never an easy fight. And I'm the type of person where I like peace. I don't like confrontation, and I don't like going to war. I like peace. It's smarter to be peaceful. It just is. It's smarter to submit when you're supposed to. It just is. Obedience is better than sacrifice. But that does not just apply to laymen. That also applies to leaders. When you are a leader, you hold a special type of responsibility, not only to your position, but to the people that you represent. And if you are constantly being led by your emotions, Meaning, oh, who is this? How dare they? What's going on here? You have to pair your emotions with your logic. And you also have to look at things for yourself, not have everything filtered through the funnel of other people's opinions. As a leader, you have to see things for yourself, and you have to go into your secret place and let God speak to you. Yeah. Because he's going to show you the truth of what it is that you're dealing with, how you need to deal with things, and how you need to be strategic. Sometimes your strategy is silence, being quiet, waiting until the right time to be able to speak. Other times the strategy is just setting a hard boundary and saying, no, I'm not going to allow this to affect me anymore. I'm going to set a boundary. I'm going to do exactly what I need to do in order to get that peace from within so that I'm settled. I'm not going to let free radicals of other people's opinions, free radicals of my ego, free radicals of all of these projected emotions, especially emotions that evoke action. Hatred is an emotion that will evoke action. Hatred could also be misguided. But the truth will always set you free. And one thing I love about my journey is that I am living authentically. I am living truthfully. I don't care who does not like it. It's my life, and I don't care if you don't like it. If you were involved in doing something to smolder my truth, to smolder my destiny, to smolder anyone, to try to turn anyone's light out when God never gave you the permission. You cannot turn off the lights for the bill that you don't pay. God didn't give you permission to turn someone's light out. God did not give you permission to be able to try to control someone's destiny and hold on to someone's future, and you can't do this and you can't do that. That is not what God placed you in power for. And when you try to take on his role, that's when he'll show you how obedience is better than sacrifice. Chastisement starts in the house first. Bye for now.